Okay. Okay, so that's playing. And then
So I'm not hearing it.
I'm not hearing anything either. There it goes.
Okay. And there's a gray box in the middle and another one up above.
Yes, I'm going to get rid of the gray box. Oh, and am I recording? Shoot.
Welcome to our Vespers service. My name is Rebecca Keller-Scholl, and I invite you to make the transition from getting here to being here. Let us breathe deeply together. It is good to share this time together, and thank you, Leslie Milken, for being here and offering your technical abilities this evening. All are muted to create a sacred space. If you have any tech problems, you may type them in the chat. We will be recording the sessions, so if you want to be off camera, just click and stop the video. Vespers is the traditional monastic evening prayer shared at sunset. This is a very quiet, peaceful time as the sun sets, birds do their goodnight calls, and a time for us to change the pace of the day as we settle into evening and relax. A time for reflecting with gratitude on the day and unwinding into a more contemplative mindset. So let's begin with a deep breath in and release. We light our chalice, symbol of our faith, with a poem by Reverend Angela Herrera, Utterance of the Timeless Word. You bring yourself before the sacred, before the holy, before what is ultimate and bigger than your lone life. You stand at the edge of mystery, at the edge of the deep. Meanwhile, the armful of worries you brought to the edge of the mystery have fluttered to your feet. Let's take a moment and think of our joys and sorrows and concerns for the world. First, a candle of joy. May we find joy in everyday living. Second, a candle for our sorrows. May our sorrows be brief and shared so they may be lightened. And a final candle for the world. Let us send prayers for hope and peace for all that is torn apart and unsettled in our world. It is just over a year since we lost our dear Helen Lane, friend, mentor, lay minister, and Vespers leader. For tonight's Vespers, I have curated music, poetry, and meditations from some of Helen's services, all of which are available on YouTube on the church's web page if you feel like going and looking at some of them. Helen had the vision that Vespers could be a peaceful transition from the business of the day into an evening of centered reflection and peace. I hope that we can journey together into that place tonight. Please enjoy this musical piece by Cliff Masterson called Last Goodbye. Now, all who knew Helen knew that she loved a good poem. So one of her favorites was a poem by Wendell Berry, the piece of Wild Things. When despair for the world grows in me, and I wake in the night at the least sound, in fear of what my life and my children's lives may be, I go and lie down where the wood drake rests in his beauty on the water, and the great heron feeds. I come into the peace of wild things who do not tax their lives with forethought of grief. I come into the presence of still water, and I feel above me the day-blind stars waiting with their light. For a time, I rest in the grace of the world, and I am free. As I was looking back over Helen's earlier services, there was one contemplative practice that struck me. It was a meditation to the sound of river flowing over rocks. So I'd like to share it with you this evening. We'll begin our own journey as we meditate. Let's begin by taking some deep breaths. With each exhalation, relax your body. Feel your body against the chair or cushion. Soften your gaze or close your eyes. Let the sounds of the water breaking over the rocks take you to a new place. Allow yourself to go with the flow and listen to the sounds around you. Allow yourself to find the silence within. Keep breathing and letting go of tension. Breathe in deeply and release your tension on the exhale. Let your mind drift with the sounds of the water. Breathe deeply and stay relaxed. How will you find the spaces in between the small, precious moments in your day? In your mind's eye, where are you? What are you doing or not doing? Are you sitting by the river or walking in a meadow? What do you smell? What do you hear around you? You can take this river with you throughout your day, in the evening, or any time when you may want to find this sensation. Begin to pack up any thoughts you may be focusing on and bring them with you as we take 3 deep breaths. Slowly open your eyes or regain your focus. Maybe stretch out your arms, stretch out your body a little bit. And come back into this space. I'm going to repeat the poem that I said before, and I wonder if there's any new meaning to it for you. The Peace of Wild Things. When despair for the world grows in me, and I wake in the night at the least sound, in fear of what my life and my children's lives may be, I go and lie down where the wood drake rests in his beauty on the water, and the great heron feeds. I come into the peace of wild things who do not tax their lives with forethought of grief. I come into the presence of still water, and I feel above me the day-blind stars waiting with their light. For a time, I rest in the grace of the world and am free. Please enjoy this musical interlude called Sundown by Norwegian composer Gjehelo, I think. Our closing words are from Helen's favorite 20th century Irish poet and spiritual teacher, John O'Donohue. For one who is exhausted, a blessing. When the rhythm of the heart becomes hectic, time takes on the strain until it breaks. Then all the unattended stress falls in on the mind like an endless increasing weight. The light in the mind becomes dim. Things you could take in your stride before now become laborsome events of will. Weariness invades your spirit. Gravity begins falling inside you, dragging down every bone. The tide you never valued has gone out, and you are marooned on unsure ground. Something within you has closed down, and you cannot push yourself back to life. You have been forced to enter empty time. The desire that drove you has relinquished. There is nothing else to do now but rest and patiently learn to receive the self you have forsaken in the race of days. At first, your thinking will darken and sadness will take over like listless weather. The flow of unwept tears will frighten you. You have traveled too fast over false ground. Now your soul has come to take you back. Take refuge in your senses. Open up to all the small miracles you rushed through. Become inclined to watch the way of rain when it falls, slow and free. Imitate the habit of twilight, taking time to open the well of color that fostered the brightness of day. Draw alongside the silence of stone until its calmness can claim you. Be excessively gentle with yourself. Stay clear of those vexed in spirit. Learn to linger around someone of ease who feels they have all the time in the world. Gradually, you will return to yourself, having learned a new respect for your heart and the joy that dwells far within slow time. May it be so. Thank you for being here this evening. Thank you for sharing a remembrance of Helen. Please type your good nights and goodbyes and stay for our closing song if you like. We'll wave off and log off in silence when it's finished. And I hope you have a peaceful, peaceful night. Our closing song is Air on a G-String by the Swingles.